When you go to the grocery store, it can be really challenging to figure out what to buy. There are so many options there, confusing labels, misleading terms on fronts of packages, and all you really want to do is buy food, go home, and make healthy meals for your family. I've got a solution for you. I'm Mira Dessy. I'm known as the Ingredient Guru, and I am the author of this book, The Pantry Principle: How to Read the Label and Understand What's Really in Your Food. Today, I would like to read chapter 1 from my book for you. It is 7 simple rules. These are my 7 simple rules for healthy grocery shopping. And if you can get these under your belt, you will go a long way towards avoiding manufacturer manipulation and also helping to clear up some of the confusion. So I'm going to read the chapter for you, and then I'm going to tell you some of the other chapters that are in the book and where you can buy it. Here we go. Chapter 1, 7 simple rules. Most people assume when they buy groceries that everything available at the store, everything that they are purchasing to eat, is food. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Unless you stick to the perimeter of your grocery store when you shop, where the real food is, you will generally be considering processed food for purchase. If it is in a box, in a can, or a jar and has a list of ingredients on the label, it has been processed. This means that the food has been changed from its natural state. Manufacturers process food for a number of reasons, including to extend shelf life, for convenience of preparation, to enhance taste, and to boost sales. Here's a simple way to know if food is processed. If it is in your pantry, it probably has been processed. Now, that doesn't mean it shouldn't be in your pantry. My pantry is well stocked with jars, cans, and even a few boxes of packaged foods. It just means that you need to read the label and learn if the ingredients are safe and truly healthy for you to eat. Now that we know how to read labels, let's learn a little bit more about what we're looking for. And I say that because chapter 1 in the book is how to read the label. There are many additives, preservatives, and other chemicals that adulterate our food. These chemicals not only reduce the nutritional value of what we are eating, for many people, the chemical accumulation can cause illness or otherwise deplete our health. My friend and mentor, Dr. Helene Waldman, has an analogy which I believe clearly illustrates the concept of why we need to pay attention to our food. When architects go to school to learn their craft, they don't just learn the principles of design. They also learn about the building blocks: bricks, mortar, steel, and concrete, and all the different elements that are required to create a strong, beautiful building. Unfortunately, we don't learn these things when it comes to our food, but it's just as important for us to understand the building blocks of what creates a strong, healthy body. Those foods that we eat get turned into our cells, which in turn support, nourish, and grow our blood, skin, bones, muscles, etc. By using good building materials or food, we support a stronger system, our body. It is, however, important to remember that implementing these rules, and indeed all of the information in the book, is not meant to be accomplished immediately. It would be very overwhelming and quite possibly unsustainable to throw everything out, start from scratch with rules and ideas you don't fully understand, and then move forward with never a glance back. Because we are learning new information while changing habits and palates, this process takes time to incorporate into your shopping, storage, cooking, and eating routines. Many of the foods that you're giving up are actually addictive. This means that it also takes time to retrain your palate. These changes need to be implemented slowly and consistently. Pick the changes you can easily start with. I suggest you start with the 7 simple rules that follow, and then make modifications and improvements a little at a time. Remember that this book is a reference book meant to be utilized over and over as you learn to make health-supporting changes. It is also important that you not get overwhelmed with whatever you think you're doing. There's a health condition called orthorexia. The dictionary defines it as a disorder characterized by a morbid obsession with eating healthy foods only. The object is not to become so hyper-focused on your food that you don't enjoy it or that you cannot eat anything that doesn't fit the rules. The goal is to make decisions that support your health and your body while at the same time making informed choices about your food. Remember that each change you make, each decision about your food is more than you were doing before and is done at a level which is comfortable and achievable for you. Baby steps, taking things one at a time, will be more sustainable in the long run. Recall Aesop's fable of the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. To be healthy, we need to feed our bodies healthy choices. This means clean foods that nourish and support our health. The basic principles of keeping a healthy pantry are the 7 simple rules that follow. Specific information relating to different sections of what you might find in the grocery store, such as purchasing organic foods or understanding dairy products, are found in other chapters of this book. By following these 7 simple rules that make up the mainstay of the pantry principle, you will become a better shopper. By learning to really understand what's in your food, you can become not only a great shopper, but a champion for health. Here are the 7 simple rules. While there are exceptions to some of the rules, these 7 form a strong basis to help you navigate the aisles at the grocery store. Rule number 1. If you don't know what it is, don't eat it. After all, do you really know what butylformate is? Probably not. If you research it, you'll find that it is a synthetic flavoring additive made from formic acid. Now, do you understand what it is? My answer is still no, not really. So clearly it doesn't make sense to eat it. 2, if it has a number, don't eat it. Food does not grow by numbers. Anything with a number on it, such as polysorbate 60 or red number 2, is a manufactured ingredient and therefore not a whole food. This means it is not something you want to put in your body. 3, if it has 4 or more syllables, don't eat it. Real food, whole food, is simple and straightforward. Kale, milk, banana, eggplant, Brazil nut all fall into this rule. Whole foods, such as macadamia, are an exception, but this rule cuts out a lot of processed foods. 4, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. This would include words like, redo it. Acetaldehyde diisoamyl acetyl. This is a long name for a synthetic flavoring, or phenylpropyl, part of different names for other synthetic flavorings. These artificial ingredients do not belong in your pantry or in your body. Exceptions would include foods like acai or quinoa, which are whole foods. If an ingredient ends in ATE, don't EAT it. This rule of thumb works well for avoiding certain artificial ingredients such as methyl acetate. Made from acetic acid, methyl acetate is used as a flavoring. Unfortunately, it is also used to dissolve some oils and resins. Given the latter, why would you want to eat it? Obviously, this would not apply to a whole food such as pomegranate. However, overall, this rule is a good one and very easy to remember. If it says enriched, don't eat it. We talk about this in chapter 2. Enriched means the food has been stripped of some or many of its naturally occurring components. Enriched wheat flour is a prime example and is found in many products such as breads, crackers, and cookies. If an ingredient is all capital letters, don't eat it. Many of us remember alphabet soup from our childhood. We shouldn't be eating ingredients that consist of only letters and which don't spell a real word. BH, TBHQ, EDTA, these things are not food and should not be in your pantry. In order to make it easier at the grocery store, I've included a wallet card below. Simply make a copy and then cut it out and take it with you. This will help you to remember the rules of the pantry principle until they become a healthy habit, something you can remember without thinking about it. Following these 7 simple rules can help you become a good, healthy shopper. These straightforward ideas will go a long way toward helping you avoid a lot of ingredients that you do not want to feed yourself or your loved ones. Now that you understand the basic rules, let's take it up a notch and move on to becoming a champion at the grocery store. So those are the 7 simple rules, and I really do encourage you to start with them one at a time. Don't feel like you have to do them all at once. Just pick the one that makes the most sense to you and move on from there. But keep coming back to them, keep utilizing them, and you will discover a huge change in your grocery cart and your pantry over time. So I also wanted to take a minute and tell you a few more of the chapters. Actually, I'll tell you all of the other chapters that are in the Pantry Principle so that you understand why this book is a great resource for you to have in your home. So it starts with my story, how I came to write this book. There's an introduction. Chapter 1, 7 simple rules. We've just covered that. Chapter 2, how to read a nutrition label. Oh, I got them backwards. My apologies. Chapter 3, understanding additives. Chapter 4, your colorful diet. Chapter 5, trick or treat, understanding sugars. Chapter 6, the skinny on fats. Chapter 7, spending wisely. This is the one where we talk about some of the terminology that food producers use to try to get you to spend a little bit more for food that is really not significantly better or at all than organic or than conventional. They try to trick you into thinking it's like organic and it's not. Chapter 8, the packaging, very important. If it touches the food, it impacts the food. Chapter 9, pantry makeover. I share a makeover of one of my clients' pantries and how we changed it. Chapter 10, taking the first step. And then in chapter 11, I have a bunch of wonderful recipes for you so that you have some things that you can add to what you're feeding your family and make delicious and nourishing things for them. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I encourage you to click down below and subscribe so that you'll be available and notified when I create more great videos for you. Take care, folks. Bye.